Good evening. On February 13th, 2020, I stood before this campus community and I officially accepted your invitation to become the 12th president of Maryville College. I accepted your invitation to become the temporary steward of a most sacred trust. I accepted your invitation to become part of a remarkable history and legacy spanning over 200 years. I accepted your invitation to be a slightly different president for Maryville College, a president with a background focused on student development and the student experience, a president who utilizes social media and has decent selfie skills, a president with a young and yes, big family, a president who really likes to wear blue jeans, but to be clear, I always tend to dress up those jeans with a nice sports coat. Unbeknownst to any of us, I was also accepting your invitation to lead the college in the midst of a global pandemic, or what the college's 10th president, Dr. Gerald Gibson, described in a letter to me as a challenge which eclipses anything the college has had to overcome since it confronted the Great Depression. But Dr. Gibson went on to say, "Something tells me you are up to the task, and I wish you Godspeed as you take it on." I accepted that invitation with much excitement, pride, and gratitude, and today I remain so glad I did. I'm hoping that all of you feel the same. As the Maryville College community is beginning to learn, I often like to begin my speeches with expressions of gratitude. And on that note, I want to again thank the college's Presidential Search Committee and the Board of Directors for this invitation to serve. I want to offer tremendous gratitude to the people who truly mean the most in my life, to my family, to my wife, Sarah, for being my partner on this journey that has now taken us to 5 colleges and 4 states. Thank you for keeping me humble, grounded, and focused on what is really important in this life. Thank you for asking me the hard questions that make me a better person. Thank you for being the glue that keeps our family together. Thank you to my children, Caroline, William, Chris, and Andrew, for supporting me. I recognize how hard it is to move, to leave your home, change schools, say goodbye to friends, and to be the new kids. I am so incredibly proud of how you each have handled this transition. You are so much stronger than you even know. I am thankful to other family members, such as my dad and stepmom, who supported me over so many years, as well as to Sarah's mom, who has always been there for our family. And I want to acknowledge those who should be, and I wish were, here with us today. While our family knows much joy, we have also known heartbreak and tragedy. Sarah's father, Chris Barnett, was a nationally known healthcare executive who took great interest in my career and much pride in my accomplishments. Sadly, we lost Sarah's dad tragically in 2008. Then there is my mother, who certainly was my biggest fan, defender, and cheerleader, who we lost unexpectedly as well in 2016. To all of them here with us tonight, or simply with us only in spirit, I am so grateful for you. And thank you to the entire Maryville College community of students, staff, faculty, alumni, and friends. Thank you for the wonderful welcome you have provided to my family and me. Thank you to the President's Cabinet for onboarding me, and to Suzette and Pam in the President's office for all of your efforts and your support. As I've said before, I see this event not as the installation or inauguration of a president, but instead I see it as the beginning of the college's 12th presidency. The time during which I serve as president cannot and will not be about me. It must be about us. As I stated when I was first introduced, I am the president, but I am not the presidency. The presidency is about all of us working together collaboratively and collectively to advance this incredible college. I accepted your invitation to serve, and now it's my turn to extend an invitation to all of you. I invite you to join me in reaffirming Maryville College's commitment to making a difference in the world by using all that differentiates us as a college. I invite you to join me in reaffirming our commitment to, as our founder Isaac Anderson urged, to do good on the largest possible scale. I invite you to join me in equipping our students to navigate both the everyday and the unexpected. Over the past few months, I have studied our strategic plan and the recent branding work. And of course, I have engaged in many conversations with college stakeholders. The formula for success that I felt the college possessed as I first considered this presidency has been validated for me many times over. The Maryville College of today is a story of abundant potential still waiting to be realized. And also, it is a story of the wonderful news that must be shared even more widely. With all of that in mind, we have identified strategic and broad areas of focus for the college as we move into the foreseeable future. Those areas are, number one, future-proofing the college, which is our overall umbrella area of focus. Number two, embracing our opportune location. Number three, becoming a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive community. And number four, capitalizing upon the liberal arts. Since my first interview with the Presidential Search Committee, I have shared the goal of future-proofing the college. In other words, working to advance the college amidst the many challenges and opportunities facing higher education. To effectively advance the college, we must be flexible, creative, adaptable, and resilient, just as we teach our students to be. We must operate in professional, efficient, responsible, and ethically sound ways. We must leverage technology to better serve students and others in our community. We must endeavor to see and experience the college as students see and experience the college, and not simply as how we think things should be. We must be open to new ideas, new approaches, and new ways of achieving our objectives. We will operate in ways that are fiscally sound, which is consistent with our history, and for me, is a moral and ethical imperative. Every dollar the college possesses is one that has been paid or gifted to the college, and it is incumbent upon us to use each dollar in responsible ways. It is important for our culture to be one in which employees want to work and enjoy working, because the greatest beneficiaries of such a culture will ultimately be our students. We will build a culture which acknowledges and rewards good and hard work, one which promotes personal and professional balance, and one which values new ideas and innovation. The collegiality which has long characterized this college culture must be re-embraced and reinforced. Dr. Gerald Gibson stated in his memoir, The 10th Watch, "One quality I encountered unexpectedly all across the Maryville campus was collegiality. I was repeatedly impressed by the signs of mutual respect and civility across departmental and administrative lines. It was a precious quality, one that we wanted to hold on to even as we pursued necessary changes." As for other ways we will future-proof the college, we will look to pull new levers which enhance our enrollment while being aware of the demographic shifts that lay ahead for higher education. We will widely spread the news of the affordability and value of a Maryville College education. We will be mindful of potential new revenue streams for the college which are consistent with our mission. We must be constantly aware of the importance of our online presence and identity, including social media. In this day and age, our relationship with so many others is primarily online. We must act and invest accordingly. The next area of focus is embracing our opportune location. If you have heard me speak at all about Maryville College over the past 6 months, you have heard me speak of our incredibly opportune location. I believe this location provides us with immense advantages, and we must embrace those advantages more than ever before. This isn't to say that we failed to acknowledge our locational advantages in the past. As we all know, the alma mater reads, "Where Chilhowie's lofty mountains pierce the southern blue, proudly stands our alma mater, noble, grand, and true." Our sixth president, Ralph Waldo Lloyd, stated, "Throughout its whole life, Maryville College has been markedly influenced in character and development by its geographical location. At Maryville, East Tennessee, in the upper Tennessee Valley of the southern Appalachian Mountains." We are at the doorstep of one of the world's greatest natural laboratories for student learning, one of the world's most diverse ecosystems, ripe with opportunities for all of us to make a difference, to play a role in preserving this amazing environment for generations to come. My hope and goal are that we will be the college of and for the Great Smoky Mountains, that we will be the college of and for this region. This is not a new idea to many of you, especially our faculty who are already engaged in research and experiential learning opportunities in this region with students. I am so impressed with the work already being done across disciplines to study and to serve this region. I have long been a fan of Mountain Challenge, and our stewardship of the college woods is significant and meaningful as well. And the most recent strategic plan links the curriculum to our community and location in ways that serve, analyze, enrich, and recognize our region. I've heard a rumor that there's a need for a new and improved science facility here at Maryville College. I believe, and I've learned many others also believe, that embracing our location and the environment presents our best opportunity for bringing a new science facility to fruition. A facility which could also include other programs which connect with and serve this region. Personally, I think, as do a number of others, that the Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Maryville College has a nice ring to it. Stay tuned for more on that front. I often say that I cannot imagine Maryville College without Blount County, Alcoa, and the city of Maryville. I have quickly learned that Blount County, Alcoa, and the city of Maryville cannot imagine themselves without Maryville College. Our histories are deeply intertwined. We will work to improve, grow, and thrive together. I believe partnerships are key to the future of higher education, and we are in an area ripe for such partnerships, ones which enrich students' educational experiences and provide service to this region. For all of these reasons, I believe our location is the college's greatest differentiator within the landscape of higher education, and embracing it more is imperative for our future. The next area of focus is becoming a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive community. All members of the Maryville College community should feel and be affirmed, valued, and supported in the expression of their unique identities. But we must acknowledge that the playing field has so often not been equal, and in so many ways remains unequal today. We must acknowledge that very few, if any, colleges were built for the diverse student populations we seek to serve today. Valuing diversity, equity, and inclusivity is undoubtedly consistent with our identity as a college of the Presbyterian Church USA. And now is the time for us to move forward and truly to do better. Reverend Isaac Anderson believed it was important to minister to and educate people of all races, and he did just that. While no history is perfect, Maryville College has long stood as a college that provides opportunities to all. In the 1800s, we were educating women, persons of color, and international students. That's notable for a college of that era located in the American South. But we cannot rest on our history and legacy alone. We can and we must do better. The Black Lives Matter movement has highlighted the serious inequities which remain in our society today, and we must work tirelessly every day toward a more just and equitable future for all. And we will do all of this recognizing the full range of diversity within our college community. So how will we do all of this? As you've heard me say before, I'm the president, not the presidency. Thus, we will do all of this together. In the coming weeks, we will be convening a President's Advisory Board on diversity, equity, and inclusion. That advisory board will consist of representatives who represent the areas we seek to address as a college. Those areas will include, number one, examining our college history, 2, student recruitment and support, 3, faculty staff recruitment and support, 4, academic and non-academic program offerings, and last, number 5, college policies and procedures. I look forward to us engaging in these efforts and to us becoming the equitable and just community that our history and legacy call us to be. The last but certainly not least area of focus is capitalizing upon the liberal arts. In case you haven't heard, I am passionate about the liberal arts and believe strongly that when you study everything, you are prepared for anything. Many of you have indeed heard me speak already about what the liberal in liberal arts really means. When you consider the history of that term, liberal arts, and momentarily divorce yourself from politics, the liberal in liberal arts is about freedom and liberation. The late Father Theodore Hesburgh of Notre Dame spoke so eloquently on this topic. He articulated the liberating power and the freedoms gained from the liberal arts as the freedom to think clearly and logically, the freedom to communicate one's thoughts, the freedom to humanize all you touch in life, the liberation from valuelessness, the liberation from inhumanity and meaninglessness, and finally, the liberation from irrationality. Father Hesburgh went on to state, "It is mainly through liberal education that one learns to appreciate where humankind has been and is going." That, my friends, is what the liberal arts are truly about. At Maryville College, we have a unique loyalty to the liberal arts. We have stayed true to that foundation, and I believe that has served us well. We have resisted that common temptation to be all things to all people. We have resisted the urge to chase the markets. And frankly, I think that's a big part of why we've been around for over 200 years. But what do the liberal arts mean for our next 200 years? How do we ensure their continued relevance to our students and the world beyond our campus while staying true to who we are? We have definitely evolved in our academic offerings and instructional modalities since 1819. So how will we continue to strategically and carefully evolve today? These are the questions we must ask and explore in the coming months. At a time of so much uncertainty, I believe the liberal arts hold the keys to addressing many of the most critical issues facing our nation and our world. Now more than ever, our nation and world need graduates who can think differently, who can deal with ambiguity, and who are prepared for the unexpected. We will continue to integrate career preparation with such an education and also to provide opportunities for students to engage in self-exploration and to find their voices. Those are our areas of focus through which we can reaffirm the college's commitment to making a difference in this world and to doing good on the largest possible scale. In closing, I believe in Maryville College. I believe in the future of this storied and notable institution. I believe in all those who have come before us, those of us here now, and those who will ultimately follow us. To be clear, I believe in all of you. I accepted your invitation to lead. I now ask all of you to hear and receive my invitation to you, an invitation to be part of the 12th presidency of Maryville College, which officially begins now. I hope you will accept this most sincere invitation. I hope you will join me in creating the bright future which lays ahead for Maryville College. Thank you so much, and may God bless Maryville College.